Welcome back to Devlog 5. I am going to apologize now if I sound nasally or stuffy. I have allergies, and all of the smoke in the air has really been aggravating those allergies. Today, I am working on setting up the opening page, also known as my title page, to the game. For this page, I want to do something very similar to what I did for the first video of this devlog series. I want to set up the title, and as the dog walks through the words, change each letter from the thin version to the thicker version. I might go further if the loading of the game takes longer and start changing them back to the thin version of the letters as the dog walks by them again. We will have to see how long this page stays open. My first task is to add a background. I could just load a background image and throw some letters on the page. This would suffice and get the point across. However, I want it to be a little more interesting than that. I think the movement of the dog succeeds at this. The background I am most definitely doing more than I need to, but it is good practice. Instead of designing a background that looks very similar to what would be seen in the game, I am using sprites from the game itself. A vector is created to hold the terrain blocks that I will be using for the background. First, the sky is loaded into the game, and it is here that I run into my first issue with the whole idea. Something is wrong with the sky blocks. I set them to be the first of my sky blocks, and they look very blocky. You can see it is the same pattern over and over. I thought my first one would blend together better. I knew the second one was blocky. I just haven't fixed it yet. I will probably do that when I am ready to use it. I open up my terrain blocks page in GIMP and take a look at the block. It still looks to me that it should blend, but obviously it's not. I start making adjustments. I export the adjustments to my game file. I run the game again, and it seems like nothing has changed. I adjust, export, and run again. Still looks just as bad. I do this several times, but nothing seems to be changing. I wonder what is going on. After an hour or more of trying to fix the blocky look, I decided to add a dot in the middle of my block that was very obvious. I still felt like this block looked like block 2. I export and run the game. The block is still very blocky, and it is missing the dot. It is now very obvious that my issue is not with the sprite itself. I undo all the changes that I made, save and export the file yet again. It must be in the code. I start looking over the code, and that's when I spot it. If you watched a previous video, you will see where I said that forgetting the word break will cause me trouble later. I'm sure you can see where I'm headed with this. Sky block 1 is under case 5 in the switch statement, and sky block 2 is case 6. I did not add the word break into case 5, so the computer also reads case 6. The ending result is I set my picture to case 6's picture, that is sky block 2. I was right the whole time. I was using sky block 2, not 1. I was able to put that information into the previous video about the missing break because I had found the mistake before recording the audio for that video. It was only after searching for well over an hour for it that I found it. So once I added break into case 5 and I run the program again, things start looking good. A few adjustments to the sky block, and the sky looks much more cohesive. I then add in the partial grass blocks and the full grass blocks. I like how this looks, and I know I only need to repeat this a few times. I copy and paste the code to repeat the exact same thing, and I have a full background to the page. It is only later that I realized I did not need to repeat the same code 3 more times. I could have saved myself some time by writing a for loop. This would have repeated the code any number of times I wanted it to, and made things much simpler. I thought of another way I could have done this, and it could have also saved me time, but I do not want to rewrite the code. However, I will use the last idea for my levels in the game. But to see that idea, you will have to watch a future video. That is all I will be adding in this video. Sometimes it does not seem like I am adding much to the game in the videos, but I am building a foundation for the game. In the next video, I will be adding in the words for the opening page. I hope to see you there. And as always, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.